How much money is enough to move back to India?
I joined Google in 2007 where it was still more premium to get in. कि सब
Yeah.
लोग US जाते हैं तो मैं भी चली गई.
वो जो गोल शिफ्ट है कि शायद मैं एक और घर ले लूंगा इंडिया में. Being lonely is part of living in the US.
मैं भटक रही थी. I was lost. I was like, what am I really meant for? Break away from that and move back to India where they have friends, family and relatives who are like, oh, you failed. That's why you came back.
They can't lose that respect.
Genuinely chasing money. Please do not go to India.
Why do you think people are always on the fence here?
Finding and doing what you were born on this planet to do. And there are a lot of Indians who are like that कि मुझे इंडिया वापस जाना है, कभी तो जाना है.
Should we move back to India? ये सवाल हम बहुत सारे NRIs अपने आप से रेगुलरली करते हैं. इंडिया में ऐसा क्या है जो हमें वापस घर जाना है? घर कहाँ है? हमें बड़ी कंफ्यूजन है. यूएस में हम बहुत सालों से हैं, बट घर की याद बहुत ज्यादा आती है. यहाँ रहे या वहां रहे, ये सवाल हम अपने आप से पूछते रह जाते हैं. आज हम बात करने वाले हैं नुपुर दवे से, जो 10 साल गूगल यूएस में काम कर चुकी है. और शी इज एन ऑथर. शी इज वर्कड इन प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफिस इन इंडिया. शी इज एन एनआरआई काउंसलर जो बहुत सारे लोगों को हेल्प करती है कि डिसाइड करो यार तुम्हें यहाँ रहना है या वहां रहना है. आज हम बात करने वाले उनकी जर्नी के बारे में. वापस इंडिया जाके उन्हें कैसा लगा, गूगल में उनकी जो लाइफ थी कैसी थी, कोई इंसान अपनी खुशी से वापस क्यों जाता है, वीजा के कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं या नहीं, वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस कैसी होती है, कितने पैसे चाहिए, उनका डेफिनेशन अबाउट सक्सेस, अबाउट मनी, अबाउट सुकून एंड हर नैरेटिव अबाउट इंडिया. आज हम सब कुछ डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. आई एम होपफुल ये सब जब आप देखो तो आपको अच्छा लगे. सो हाय नुपुर, हाउ आर यू?
आई एम डूइंग ग्रेट.
Okay, can you please tell me your whole journey about living in the US? When did you came here? Working in Google, how was it? And the year that you thought, I want to go back, and when did you actually move back?
Sure. So I've been in the US for about 13 years and I moved in 2003 right out of college. Okay. So it's been a while now.
Yeah.
And at that time I did what everybody around me was doing. कि सब लोग US जाते हैं तो मैं भी चली गई. And it wasn't with any intention. I don't think तब तो इंटरनेट था भी नहीं इतना. WhatsApp तो था ही नहीं. We had those Nokia phones if you remember. So there wasn't much thinking or research that I could have done, and it was just going with the flow, which is very different from the case right now. People are so much more informed and they know what they want or don't want. And after I did my master's in industrial engineering, and I've always wanted to do something related to statistics and data analytics, and I was fortunate that after a couple of years of working in small companies, I got a break to be a supply chain analyst at Google in Atlanta. I sort of meandered from an analyst to a program manager, and then finally moved back to India about 6 or 7 years ago. To answer your question of what made me make that decision, it was always on my mind. And there are a lot of Indians who are like that कि मुझे इंडिया वापस जाना है, कभी तो जाना है, पता नहीं कब, कैसे, क्यों, कहाँ.
आपको ऐसा क्या लगता है, why are people so fearful? You know, यहाँ life अच्छी है, but everybody is like, we are like unsettled. It's not our country, right? Even after 20 years, people feel like it's nice to be here, but long term, I don't know. But then they don't move back.
So I think these are two questions: why they don't move back and being fearful. Reason for not moving back are plentyfold, but the life in India is hard. The daily life is hard, and in the US or wherever, let's say developed countries, things are so much easier, and you get set into a routine. You earn a lot of good amount of money, and the infrastructure is so good. Like you can just go running out on the street at any time of the day. India is kind of restrictive that way. So that money and job and career options, they prevent people from moving back so easily. Your question about being fearful, like डर क्यों है? There are a couple of reasons for that. One is this simple human nature that the older you grow, the more fearful you are of decisions that will sort of uproot your life. And this is a life uprooting sort of decision because everything goes upside down. There is nothing that is the same anymore. So you have to know, am I even ready for this? Am I making the right decision? Am I confused? And the other thing is, other than it just being a human nature, is that it is a difficult decision to make, because so many things have to align for you to make that leap happen. So it's like, बच्चों का क्या करेंगे, घर का क्या करेंगे, मेरा जॉब है, हस्बैंड, तुम्हारे हस्बैंड का भी जॉब, like the stars have to basically align.
Yeah, everything has to fit in places, then only you can move. अच्छा, life at Google कैसी थी? उसके बाद मतलब, was it like, were you unsatisfied? Were like family the big reason that you want to move back? Or you were like कि क्या था मतलब, Google, the life that you were living could be like a dream life for so many people. कि वो एक स्टेबल है कि अच्छा कमा रहे हो, अच्छी जगह रह रहे हो, अच्छा लाइफस्टाइल है, यू हैव डन इट ऑन योर ओन. How was it, and what happened exactly for you? What was the trigger? Or was it like so many reasons that you thought मुझे अब जाना है? क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोगों को लगता है कि वो जिंदगी अगर जी ली तो निर्वाणा मिल गया.
Yes.
And then you left everything and started afresh from India in a different perspective, in a different career. You did something completely different and then did so well. तो मुझे पहला सवाल है कि गूगल में लाइफ कैसी थी और आपका ट्रिगर क्या था कि आपने सोचा कि अब मैं जाऊंगी, अब मुझसे यहाँ नहीं हो पाएगा.
So a lot of it is a flip of what you said, in the sense that I didn't leave earlier because I worked at Google. It wasn't a question of like, oh, I was enjoying myself and then I left it all. But it was more like Google, if you want to use the word handcuffed me, you could say that, because they call it the golden handcuffs, and it's not really related to Google. It is just a very something that people go through when they're in companies where either the stock options or there's something marries them into that kind of lifestyle. I prolonged my stay in the US, although I always wanted to move back to India, because I was, like you said, at the top of what was possible at that time. And I joined Google in 2007, where it was still more premium to get in. Like the job
like
offers.
बहुत बड़ी it's like a head turning. Oh, are you at Google? It should be like
I
that.
was about to say that, Ritu. So I think, it was a lot of, see, for me, the status of being at Google didn't matter as much as now it matters to some people. Because for me, a lot of things that I had done, like this was just one of the many things that, is just adding to my repertoire. It's not defining me as a person, and I'm not judging this. But there are people for which their identity has been created because they're in a FANG company. Like, उन्होंने life में कुछ achieve नहीं किया, लेकिन उनको Facebook पे job मिल गया. So that is their identity.
And they want to maintain that thing.
Yeah, they have to maintain it. For them now, that becomes part of their identity, and for them to break away from that and move back to India, where they have friends, family and relatives who are like, oh, you failed, that's why you came back. They
can't lose that respect.
Yeah, that's the reason why they've seen people respecting them, and then they want to hang on to it.
What about the factors that you felt? What was the trigger? Was it like a one big trigger for you कि मुझे अब move करना है? Was it like so many factors in your life that you felt कि now I have to move? What was the reason for your move that you felt like?
Sure. So I've elaborated a lot of this in my book Back Home, where I've spoken about what are the usual triggers that people can feel to move to India, and I'll tell you about the personal trigger that I had. So I think more than a trigger, it was a lot of small things that just added up every day, and it sort of become like what I call a pressure cooker sort of situation where I'm like, bas ho gaya, ab nahi kar sakti hu. But I think for me, primarily, two reasons was the sort of fast and exhausting life that I faced. I chose to live that way. I'm not saying it happened to me. I chose it, but that's because I like that kind of life where I'm living in downtown and traveling to office. I want to be in a place where badi buildings hai aur main downtown. Hustle bustle, yes. I'm a city girl. The second thing is because being single, right? Like वहाँ पे अगर आपके साथ partner नहीं है, it's kind of very hard to sustain that in long term, because it's more of a couple oriented lives where you can enjoy certain things more with a partner than being alone. Heck, you even save on taxes when you're
What about money? Because बहुत सारे लोग ना dollars के पीछे बहुत रुकते हैं. For example, even though pay parity के चक्कर में आप इंडिया में almost same चीजें कमा सकते हो, but then you realize you save more money here, right? A lot of people don't go back for the dollars. कि for example, let's stay here for 5 more years, I'll earn this much more and then I'll go back. एंड देन अगेन वो जो गोल शिफ्ट है कि शायद मैं एक और घर ले लूंगा इंडिया में, फॉर एग्जाम्पल ये कर लूंगा. व्हाट डू यू हैव टू से अबाउट दैट? आपके मन में वो नहीं था कि आई वांट टू सेव मोर, देयर इज नो लिमिट कि कितना पैसा चाहिए? बिकॉज देयर इज लॉट ऑफ वीडियोस ऑन यूट्यूब इन विच दे टॉक अबाउट हाउ मच मनी इज इनफ टू मूव बैक टू इंडिया. हाउ मच इज द कैप फॉर इट?
So, Ritu, the worst way of earning money is to be an author.
Okay.
Which is what I like. It's a negative earning, meaning I spend more money being an author than I earn from it. So my reason for saying that is that I've never been a money oriented person, so that sort of lens has never been on me. But I can tell you from the experience that I have with my clients, the NRI clients that I have, money is never enough. And no matter what we say or do, Indians have a very interesting relationship with money. So we all think that we're in a saving mode all the time in spite of earning, a lot of money per month, lot of US dollars a month. It's very hard to make that decision that say, okay, itna kar liya to bas ho gaya. Because again, money is never enough. So your reasoning behind money is probably masked or behind some other reason. So what I mean by that is, you might say कि हाँ बस मेरे 5 crore हो गए, चलो घर वापस चलते हैं. But it's probably masked behind something else, like maybe you're not happy with your job, or you're hitting a career ceiling here, or you feel like you want to become an entrepreneur and India gives you that opportunity. So this sort of money thing, if you're genuinely chasing money, please do not go to India. You will absolutely make more money and wealth by continuing to live abroad
In the US.
in a country like the US.
Yeah.
So,
आपको कभी फोमो हुआ आपको कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू वेंट ऑन योर ओन, you did so well here, there were people who were left behind here, right? They had a life and they moved on, they did something really great. You also did something great. You worked for Prime Minister office, you have written 2 books, you are in your own peace of mind, earning great money, doing things which you actually like. But I want to understand, did you face FOMO कि काश मैं यहाँ होती? क्योंकि ये सवाल बहुत ज्यादा लोगों के मन में रहता है कि अगर हम मूव कर गए तो मुझे लगेगा ये मैंने बहुत कुछ अच्छा छोड़ दिया.
FOMO is always going to be there initially, especially when you're trying to make that decision, because you don't know what's coming into your life. So you hang on to what you already have, and you're like, you look at that trajectory and you're like, oh, there's going to be something here that I might miss out on, like a conference or something. But here's the thing, it's like moving to India is not boring. There are exciting things that happen here. So you will move on. It's a question of moving on. Like breakup के बाद लोग move on कर जाते हैं. So it's kind of like that. You sort of move on from your previous life, and people who are not able to do that may come back to their previous life.
अच्छा, मुझे एक बात बताओ, आपको अभी कितने साल हो गए? How many years you've been in India now?
About 6 to 7.
6. Can you tell me one thing that you are very happy about, and can you tell me one thing that you're worried about, or maybe that you don't like that much?
Yeah, so one is that definitely the loneliness is gone. The US was a very lonely place for me, and I know I've through all my videos and all, a lot of people judge me based on that, but I've come to a point where I don't care, because I've seen so many other people who feel lonely that I feel that we need to talk about it as a society.
Actually, people don't like to talk about it. People are worried because it's very prevalent. Like, even though, like, for example, here we have a big group, but we meet quite often. But there are days in which we feel lonely. There are days in which I as a family of 3, I feel lonely sometimes, because I want to be there sometimes, or maybe enjoy some festivals, or maybe like enjoy that slice of my childhood. I like it here, but everybody feels a little lonely, even though they have big families, or even though they are like in the big groups. So I mean, I can't imagine people are like fearful, or maybe not talk about it, because being lonely is part of living in the US.
Absolutely, bang on. So I think the loneliness is completely gone, or maybe it's like at 1%, but definitely not the same I used to feel. The second part of your question is about what is it that that I don't enjoy about here, and I think that's definitely the fitness aspect. So in the US, I was like super fit. I could do so many things, running, weight training. I wanted to do kettlebell training, so I got that done. Like, there's no dearth of what fitness I could do, but in India, it is just impossible for me to get to that level of fitness. For somebody like me who was like getting into specialized like say kettlebell training or something very specific. I was working
Niche.
out with a trainer 3 times a week in the US. I was doing full marathons. In India, for me, that has really shrunk in scope because it's hard to run on the road here. Can't run at any time of the day. There's this muhurat of running in 5 to 7 a.m.
Allowed.
Yeah, and then I'll give you one example. I went to the gym here. It's a premium gym, very kind of close to my house. And the soft skills जो है ये trainer लोगों के या जो भी onboarding लोग हैं, it's terrible. So that guy was basically treating me like, if you want to join. Otherwise, I don't care. It's okay. Don't join. You know.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
like what?
I'm
what
paying
do
you for
think?
this.
Yeah, and you're supposed to like encourage me to join instead of being arrogant about it. I went to one gym in Pune. And that guy was like, first session, okay, he's like, तुम कितने अंडे खाते हो, कितना प्रोटीन खाते हो? I said maybe 2 eggs. He's like, आज से 5 eggs खाओ. I'm like, where did this come from? Like, and he's shouting at me. And
Yeah.
I joined a training group in Pune, and I was putting headphones and running. And see, I've run a lot, right? So I know you're not supposed to listen to music when you run because you want to listen to your body. But hey, this was a 3-mile run. Who cares, right? So
Yeah.
that the coach is like, I will take your earphones and throw them if you listen to music. Like, are you serious? Like, what?
डांट रहे हो आप मुझे?
Okay, now I'm doing physical training at home with a trainer online.
शांति चाहिए हमें.
Yeah, Shanti chahiye wahi.
So you were in San Francisco for 10 years?
In Atlanta for 6-ish years, and
And
then 7-ish in Sunnyvale and San Francisco.
And then moved to India. Where? And how was the life? How was your first few initial days?
Oh, I did a lot. So you have 2 questions. Where did I move and how was my first few days? So I'll answer
Yeah.
the first one in this order: Bangalore, Pune, Delhi, Pune, Bhopal, Pune, Bangalore, Pune, Bangalore, Pune, Bangalore. I've moved so
Map.
much.
I need the map.
I'm literally lock, stock and barrel, and these were all different reasons. Very interesting ones, but I think been in Bhopal, you could assume that's tier 2, tier 3 city, and Delhi tier 1. So it's been interesting. First few days, I was like a delicate darling. Like fresh
NRI return.
being like, oh my god, you know, the footpath pay. What
I
is
want
this?
my mineral water, something like that. Or I
No,
can see
I
the
mean
dirt.
that's sounds a bit snobbish, but I've never been that. I've been that like roadside pe golgappe khayenge type of person.
Achha,
But it was just like I didn't know how to navigate, like even physically navigate. You know, like am I okay walking on the road, or do I have to wait for the light to turn green, or should I just jump the
Yeah.
road? Like, you know, those kind of
Yeah,
things.
I understand. Yeah. Why do you think people are always on the fence here? मैं बहुत सारे लोगों से बात करती हूँ and everybody is like जाना है but पता नहीं कब जाना है, और मे बी यार ठीक है जैसा भी, अब तो मतलब कर ही लिया, या फिर इतने साल काट लिए, या फिर बच्चे बड़े हो गए, अब ये यहीं जाएंगे तो आई वांट टू स्टे हियर, और मे बी इंडिया में अब क्या ही है, चले जाते हैं साल में एक बार, लेकिन उन्हें जाना होता है. अब 300 प्लस एनआरआई से बात कर चुके हो, आपने 300 प्लस एनआरआई को हेल्प किया है. व्हाट डू यू थिंक इज द मेजर थिंग कि नहीं जा पाते?
Yeah, I think I'll correct that. The 300, I think it's gone to more than 1,000 now.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's 300 listed
and
on the
I've
website,
helped
but
a
okay,
lot
1,000.
of people over email. But I think it goes back to the first question, right? Like, there is hard evidence to continue to stay abroad, while the evidence to move to India is slightly hard. There's no push. Here's another thing, which is, are you in denial? India was actually never meant for you. I mean, you have this fantasy of life, what life is going to be in India. This girl that I was speaking to, and she was on an H4 visa, and she'd been abroad for about more than 10 years. And she was like, मुझे business बनाना है, मुझे कुछ करना है, मैं इंडिया जाके ये करूँगी, वो करूँगी, this. And now me, so I've hired a lot of people, and I've seen many career changes, and what I've seen is that if you really badly want something, you would have already started on it. So a lot of this is fantasizing ki,
Escapism sometimes, no?
yeah, it's a hope of a future that may happen, and you're sort of borrowing from somebody else's fantasy and being like people see, what maybe say Bhavish Agarwal has achieved from Ola, or other startup founders have achieved, the Swiggy founders, the Flipkart founders and we're like, नहीं मुझे भी ये करना है, but do you have the skills to do it? Do you have the inclination? Do you have the sort of resilience to go through that journey? And that's the main thing. Like, are you meant to be an entrepreneur, or are you just fantasizing it?
What do you have to talk about your thing? कि आप जब गए, what was the reaction of friends and family like? Are relationships different from what you imagined?
A lot of NRIs have this question about how is my social life going to be, and I've written in detail about this, that social life, getting it back on to the type you had in the US as well as while you had in childhood is very hard, especially when you're 30 plus, and even more especially if you're married. But I have seen, see, there are going to be edge cases. So for example, I have this friend who moved into the same apartment complex, they're neighbors of his childhood best friend, so that they're sorted. But for a lot of majority of people, it's very hard to get those stars aligned to be in the same place as somebody you're close to, or making friends with somebody who is like-minded, like finding someone of your own frequency. So I suggest to people to not go with that goal that they are going to make friends. It is significantly harder to make friends in general. Like, it's not even maybe about India, in general in life. The older you grow, you become more selective about who you want to hang out with. In terms of relatives, it's not been bad at all. I think just being able to meet cousins and relatives a little more now has become better. But you know, everybody's busy in their own life, so you don't meet them as often as you think you would.
Yeah. After Google, you worked with Prime Minister Office. You have written 2 books. One is Back Home,
Three
which
books.
is three. मैंने 2 पढ़ा, 3 हो
So
गई.
my
So then-
first one was on my experience working in New Delhi, and I fictionalized it, and because I wrote it for myself, I don't really encourage people to buy that book, because I wanted to prove to myself that I can write a book. So my first book was to prove that I can write. My second book was the actual one, and now
It's
my
called
third
Back
book,
Home, right?
That is right, and third one is called Alone Abroad.
Nice. How is this? जब आप वापस आए तो आपकी लाइफ कैसी थी? आपने क्या किया?
After I moved to India, I wanted to explore India. So I decided to work at the Prime Minister's office. I got an opportunity there to work on some tech projects. That was a great experience. In Bhopal, I worked with Madhya Pradesh state elections. Do what is called Jati Samikaran, which is you go to different villages and you find out their caste breakup, and then use that data to predict who might win in that particular constituency.
Oh, like that. Exit polls or something like that?
It's not an exit poll. It's a Jati Samikaran. So you take your caste and you based, because a lot of people vote based on castes. Like the Kushwahas will vote for the Kushwahas.
The Yadavs will vote for Yadavs.
The Yadavs will vote for the Yadavs. So you'll find that so by doing the Jati Samikaran and finding out the local people who are good contenders, you kind of start to predict what that's going to look like. So I went to almost 200 villages in the Gwalior region as well as Satna region of Madhya Pradesh, and oh my God, it was a beautiful experience just seeing what India is. And like Nehru said, right, India lives in the villages. It was eye-opening for me. I think you fall more and more in love with India after you see how beautiful our culture is. And Madhya Pradeshis are the nicest people on the planet.
What is your definition about success? I want to understand that. For example, people in Google, they are successful. People in India, like you, written a book, worked with Prime Minister Office, doing all this is successful. What is your personal definition of success?
For me, it is finding and doing what you were born on this planet to do. And that is, I'm literally just now writing an article that it's not possible that 1.5 million engineers in India were born to do engineering.
Correct.
I'm sure there's so many people, amongst all of us, all the viewers, who someone may have been born to be an actor or born to be a lyricist or a singer, and they are stuck doing, like, I don't know, some data migration project in some ERP module. We sort of mold ourselves into thinking that yes, this is what I was born for. Like 10 years ago, if you asked me this question, I would have thought I'm born for fitness, and now I'm like, what?
Are you
What was I thinking? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious? For me, sports was my identity, and right now when I look back, I'm like, there's nothing about sports as my identity. I'm just a very active person. There's nothing about me becoming a sports person.
करियर चेंज बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल है यूएस में. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ somebody is doing something, they are tied to a visa and there is written that this person is doing this. For example, if a computer engine cannot be a teacher or somebody like that, but in case you go back, you can do that. Do you, like for example, you spoke to 1,000+ people and you have helped them to make the decision between India versus US. Do you have any story कि किसी ने इंडिया में यूएस में कुछ और करते थे और वो इंडिया में जाके कुछ और ही करने? एग्जाम्पल, आप गूगल में टेक का काम करते थे, नाउ यू डूइंग कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट, राइट? पहली बात मुझे पूछना है, कुछ ऐसी स्टोरी जिसने बड़ा अलग सा कुछ कर लिया, और दूसरी, डर नहीं लगता क्या? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, हियर यू हैड अ स्टेबल जॉब. आई वांट टू हैव दैट पर्सपेक्टिव, बिकॉज लीविंग समथिंग विच इज स्टेबल एंड कैन ग्रो, एंड देन कमिंग आउट यू डिड वेल. देयर कैन बी पॉसिबिलिटीज कि शायद आप जो सोच रहे हो वो ना हो, शायद वो जो चीज है वो उस तरीके से नहीं हुई. तो वो डर कैसे हटाना है?
Here's the thing, for other people it may look a very black and white decision, which is, oh, you had a tech job and now you're being an author. But I still work. I still have a full-time job in tech, but
Okay.
let's keep that aside. That's a different reason and story. But here's the thing, people are not seeing the struggle that I go through every day and I went through, which was questioning myself, like, is this for me? And all this for me, all this exploring, right? Like finding, you could look at it as, wow, you had so many opportunities of working for Prime Minister's office and all this village survey and all of that. But I was actually finding myself. मैं भटक रही थी. I was lost. I was like, what am I really meant for? And I actually decided I wanted to do food. I used to do a lot of food photography. And I said, let me try that. So I set myself up locally on, I think it's called Urban Clap or some other sort of app where people can hire me as a photographer. And very quickly, within 1 week, I realized I don't want to do this because the pay was very low and people didn't appreciate the work that I did. So I dropped that. So for me, it was more of exploring and finding out, okay, here is something that that I'm not eliminating out. I'm not choosing it, but it's not going away. Like it's something I can continue to sustain, which is writing. And I think for a lot of people, that could be the case where, I have a friend who moved from the US to India, went for 1 year in a village teaching guitar. And he like teaching music and he, it was like in a rural area in the Himalayas, and he had to have a bath with cold water, and then he came back to a tech job. And these things are explorations so that you sort of find yourself. It may not mean you will change your career, but it just gives you that break from that sort of treadmill life.
And people are in constant denial. For example, if somebody wants to move, they're like, nahi theek hai, or maybe after some time. So it's a constant pressure on your head. So yeah, I'm not saying you will be unhappy. I'm saying you will be worried. It's not for the weaks. You have to have a lot of
I would not
confidence.
see. I see the thing with saying that is painting me as like a very brave person, and I can say, yeah, oh my god, I'm so brave,
Okay.
But I want to say, like, it's not like I chose to be brave. Like, life pushes you into an option where you don't have, into a corner where there's no option ki main abhi, like, this seems like the only path that I can take which makes sense, and I have to take it. I have to jump. Like, you're at a cliff and there's a tiger behind you. You're like, I know, पानी में तो jump करना ही, अब क्या करें? And so
But I'm glad that
it's nothing to do with being a brave person. It could be life pushes you to become brave. You don't have to be brave, but you have to do things that will make you brave.
But I'm glad it worked for you.
I made it work. Let's say
Because people don't talk about the bad parts or whatever. People are like, हाँ मैंने किया, फिर मैंने मचा दी, फिर मैंने ये कर लिया, फिर मैंने ये कर लिया. No, there were bad days. There were days in which you must have questioned yourself, or there were days in which you were like, कि मैं कर क्या रही हूँ? People don't talk about
all the time. So I think here's where I want to really call out, because a lot of your viewers and my viewers, they are like, oh, I spoke to that friend about moving to India and he said XYZ. And I've noticed a lot of people say, oh my god, it's great for me, or this is horrible for me. And I've noticed, especially with men, society doesn't allow them to be vulnerable. So it's very hard for them to admit that something is going crap in their life, or their thing is going downhill. So they have to, I'm not saying they're bad, it's a bad thing, but they have to put on a brave face and no, it was fine for me. Yeah, sab kuch theek hai, I'm liking it better here. Even if they're hating it inside or something. See, as I say, India is like the weather, right? Like every day is not a great day. If everybody saying हाँ रोज अच्छा weather है, how can it be?
ऐसा
Some
कुछ
days
नहीं
it's
है.
snowing, some days hot, cold. It cannot be.
हाँ.
India is like that. Like you'll have a bad mood in the morning, you'll fight with the Uber driver, and evening, afternoon, you'll be laughing with your colleagues. Evening, you'll come back and maybe your maid has not done something properly. I mean, it's a lot of kitch here, a lot of kitch. So if people are thinking I'm going to come and have a nice life, no, there's a lot of everyday irritants that are like,
Yeah.
bhai, I don't want to deal with this, so let's just.
ऐसा नहीं कि सब कुछ अच्छा है इंडिया में. इंडिया comes with own set of problems and they'll remain like that. US comes with own set of visa problem and other problems. It will remain like that. You have to choose कि तुमको कौन सी battle fight करनी है, क्योंकि कहीं भी बहुत मजे तो नहीं आ रहे. अच्छा, how's Bangalore? Because a lot of people move to Bangalore और अभी आप बैंगलोर में हो, तो फिर कैसा रहता है बैंगलोर? मतलब बोलते हैं सब लोग कॉस्मो है, काफी सारे लोग NRIs आते हैं. देयर आर सोसाइटीज जहाँ पे NRIs बहुत सारे रहते हैं. स्कूल्स उस टाइप के हैं जिसमें आप इंटरनेशनल एजुकेशन, इफ यू वांट टू मूव बैक विद योर किड, इजी रहता है. हाउ इज लिविंग इन बैंगलोर? आई वांट टू हैव एन अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ दैट. इज इट गुड?
So I think all the tier 1, tier 2ish cities are great, like Pune, Mumbai, Delhi. So it's not just that Bangalore will give that to you. You'll find that in many different cities. I would rate Mumbai better than Bangalore because people are super non-judgmental and they just leave you alone. Nobody stares at you. Kuch nahi. Like Mumbai is like the chillest, safest place in India that you can be, and the people are very different. You'll find see, Bangalore में ना आपको सिर्फ you'll throw, like they say, you throw a stone, it'll fall on an engineer. Mumbai, you're looking at marketing artists, you're looking at models, very different crowd, very different mentality also. So I think, and Delhi is great for people who grew up there. So if you have family, you grew up there, great. And Gurgaon has such a big tech environment and lot of companies out there, so plenty of people are staying in Gurgaon also. Bangalore is great in the sense, for me, I find people who are my wavelength, and for me, I think Pune was slightly slower for me. Bangalore is kind of faster, and I have made a few friends here, so I think it has suited me better.
Any lifestyle change that you have done after moving back? कि मतलब मैं यहाँ, for example, you talk about fitness. Any other thing that you want to focus on कि आपका lifestyle change हुआ, upgrade हुआ, downgrade हुआ? क्योंकि people say कि US में पैसा नहीं, lifestyle भी है. We are living in a bigger house. We have a backyard. There is nature outdoors. There are other things in which people boost on. They are very happy about.
So housing is crap in India. It's like really bad. There's no standardization here. It took me 7 years to find an apartment where I finally feel like ठीक अच्छा है, but I was not happy with any of the apartments that I was in, and I think that is something that people sort of underestimate. Like, and it's not a problem money can solve, because all the good apartments get taken in 5 minutes. So
like that.
So housing wise, it's not great. Roads wise, I mean, I sit in an Uber, I put my head down, and I go to office. So that way, it's great for me because I don't have to drive, and I've never enjoyed driving. In terms of other parts of lifestyle, food wise, oh my god, I've eaten so much. Like I put on so much weight when I moved to India.
I am from Delhi. I miss food.
So it's like you end up eating more food.
हाँ, नहीं, ये यहाँ पे भी है जहाँ पे हम रहते हैं, कनेटिकट में. द इंडियन फूड मार्केट इज ओके, मतलब खाने के ऑप्शंस है, बट पता है कभी कभी क्या होता है, $50 to $100 का बिल भी आता है, बट यू डोंट फील लाइक मजा आया. यू ईटिंग बिकॉज यू वांट टू ईट आउटसाइड, एंड देन यू आर लाइक ठीक है. बिकॉज आई एम फ्रॉम दिल्ली. वहाँ पे मतलब जब मैं अब इंडिया जाती हूँ तो हम एक टाइम का खाना बाहर खाते हैं. मतलब वो है कि हम वो टाइम, मतलब हम वेट करते हैं कि अब हम वहां जाएंगे और खाएंगे, क्योंकि यहाँ खाना है अच्छा है न्यूयॉर्क में, बट वो इतनी बार नहीं खा सकते और इतनी वैरायटी नहीं है, तो वो हो जाता है. वन लास्ट क्वेश्चन, एडवाइस फॉर पीपल हु वांट टू मूव बैक, जो ये वीडियो देख रहे हैं, जो बहुत डाउट में रहते हैं कि मुझे कहाँ जाना है, क्या करना है, यहाँ अच्छी लाइफ है बट इंडिया जाने से बहुत डर लगता है. क्या एडवाइस है आपकी कि क्या सीखा आपने इतने सालों में?
I would say stop scrolling, stop asking other people, stop taking advice from your friends and family, because you know the answer, your body knows the answer. Ask yourself, I would say go check yourself into a 10-day Vipassana course, और फिर देखो अपना आपके मन की आवाज क्या बोलता है, because there's a lot of noise. This is what happens. People talk to all their friends, family, they get a lot of noise, they get even more confused, and then they come to me for me to solve the problem for them. And what I've seen is that for 99.99% of them already know the answer. So I would say ki stop taking external input, because life is going to take the cost that it takes. Ask yourself this question. आपके मन से पूछो, अंदर देख के पूछो कि what is it that you really want. But I do want to say my heart goes out to those spouses that are fighting over moving to
अब मुझे
India.
मेरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ये करना था बिकॉज आई नो अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल जिनमें से एक को बहुत स्ट्रांगली जाना होता है समबडी इज अटैच्ड टू द फैमिली समबडी इज अटैच्ड टू द नैरेटिव ऑफ बीइंग इन इंडिया एंड समबडी इज लाइक कि मुझे यहीं रहना है सो वेल व्हाई डू यू वांट टू अपरूट व्हाट डू यू हैव टू से अबाउट देम वो लोग आते हैं आपके पास जिनके साथ ये प्रॉब्लम होती है आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट जेंडर रोल्स बट देयर आर पीपल हु रियली वांट टू एंड देयर आर पीपल हु फाइंड इट पीसफुल हियर एंड डूइंग रियली वेल career wise they don't want to disrupt anything what is advice for them
I've written about this in detail on my book on strategies on how to, overcome such a situation. But I have seen many cases where, they actually need marriage counseling. So I have recommended some people to go marriage counseling, which means that the problem is not about moving to India. There is something deeper going on. So that's one type of case. And the second is that a lot of people, especially when one person really wants to move and the other doesn't want, they more lean towards not moving. But I've also seen cases where, the person who really wants to move will make it happen. And I've seen also cases where one spouse has moved to India, the other spouse is still continuing there. Now, some of them are bad marriages, some are actually good marriages. So
because they are keeping themselves happy.
It completely depends from person to person, personality to personality. But I've seen, I have heard a lot of cases where the guys are like, my wife doesn't want to go because a lot of women are more comfortable abroad. They have more freedom. They can wear what they want. They get better career options than in India. So it sort of anecdotally leans towards women not moving. But I've seen the reverse case, many reverse cases where the woman wants to go to India and the man is like, nothing doing. I want to stay. My career is going well. I'm going to continue in the US. And in those cases, it's I've seen a lot of men making me convince their wives, but I've seen fewer cases where the wives are making me convince their husbands.
Nice. Thank you so much for talking. I'm going to post Nupur's channel, her book, everything in description. Thank you for taking out time and thank you for giving the perspective. Thank you for answering all my question. I'm really very grateful. मुझे ना बहुत मजा आया आपसे बात करके और समझ के कि आपका perspective क्या था. And thank you for being open to talk about success, about money, about dollars, about loneliness. It was very brave and it was very nice. So thank you and I'm grateful.
Thank you so much. I had so much fun as well.
Thank you.